Raised garden beds or in-ground gardening? Which way is better? There are benefits and downsides to both methods, so let's talk about it. The first and most important question you need to ask yourself is, what are you planning to grow? If you're trying to grow just some annuals, then raised garden beds may be perfect option for you. But if you're trying to grow perennials, or you're trying to build a food forest for yourself, then I would suggest going in ground. And let me explain why. Food forest is an edible forest garden, and it's a low-maintenance permaculture garden with edible rewards. Food forest includes tall trees, small trees, shrubs, herbs, climbers, and ground covers. You can definitely grow herbs, climbers, and ground covers in raised beds, but things like trees and shrubs require more space. Of course, there are dwarf varieties of trees, like this peach tree I have over here, that can be planted in a raised bed, but big trees like this quince tree I have over here blooming right now, they require a lot of space, so they may not be suitable for containers or raised beds. Some edible shrubs or berry bushes, like this currant over here, also grow very big and wide. You can see little tiny berries that soon will become red. And this is my black currant bush that's also setting fruits right now. Big climbers like grapevines are also best when grown in ground, because usually they need some kind of a support. And you can see here I have upcycled grill gazebo that its cloth material was broken, so instead of throwing the whole thing out, I decided to upcycle it and let my grapevines climb on it. And in the summertime, this whole thing is covered in grape leaves, providing a lot of shade. And for the other one, grape that I have, I just put some trellises to support it. So the benefit of in-ground gardening is definitely the space. You have more room, and you can use some of those odd-shaped places around your garden. But the downside is it depends what quality of the soil you have, and it may take years to build a healthy soil in your garden. With raised garden beds, you have better control over the condition, quality, and texture of your soil. Rather than simply working with what you've got, raised beds can be filled with an ideal soil that your plants will love. And after all, soil quality and composition is one of the most important factors that leads to a healthy and successful garden. Another benefit of raised beds is less weeds, because when you build it, you use cardboard in the bottom, then you fill it up with weed-free soil, which will result in less weeds. Garden beds also look nice and organized, and you can put them anywhere in your garden. Some people use elevated raised garden beds on their patios, also on rooftops, where traditional in-ground gardening is definitely not possible. So besides the fact that you cannot grow some large trees and shrubs in your raised garden beds, there is one more downside to them. They are costly. First of all, you have to purchase your raised garden bed kit or build your own. Then you have to fill it up with quality soil, and that adds up to your cost. So depending on what you're trying to grow, what budget you have, and what space you have to work with, you might choose to grow either in-ground or raised beds, or both, as I do. I grow all of my annual vegetables and flowers in raised garden beds because I can change them from year to year. I love experimenting and growing different things every season. So here I have some spinach growing, and I can see a little lamb quarters in there as well. I have 3 varieties of spinach in here, together with some broccoli. Here I have irises, lettuce, eggplant, orach, some kale, celery, another eggplant, peas, cabbage, and some radishes. Radishes are almost ready to be picked. And of course, all of my perennial herbs and vegetables I grow in-ground mixed with some flowers. I have a ton of medicinal herbs growing around my property as well. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.